Let's start by trying to define what physiology is. It's not as straightforward as you might think. The word physiology comes from the Greek root physis. Physis is the same root for the word physics. It means the nature of things. So if you take the definition of the word literally, physiology means the study of the nature of things. Well, that's unhelpfully vague, so let's try another angle. As it's usually construed, physiology is the science of the mechanisms of living things, how living things work. That's simple enough, but here's where we begin to run into another kind of trouble. What living things? Here at this college, for example, undergraduates can take at least 3 different physiology courses. They can take a course in plant physiology, or a course in cell physiology, or this course in animal physiology. Does this mean there are 3 different kinds of physiology that undergraduates can study here? If that's the case, how are they different from one another? Okay, plants do different things than animals do, like photosynthesis, so there'll be different mechanisms to study there. But what about the things plants, animals, and cells do that are similar? Where's the common thread? The professionals are no help, unfortunately. The American Physiological Society publishes 14 different journals, all of them focused on animals of some sort. They cover such topics as comparative physiology, renal physiology, liver physiology, and so forth. Where's the common thread? No clue. Casting the net a bit wider, the holdings of our own library list more than 50 journals with the word physiology in the title. This is due partly to the fact that there are a lot of physiologists in the world, and they publish a lot. But even accounting for that, the different kinds of physiology range impressively. There are journals for behavioral physiology, molecular physiology, tree physiology, insect physiology, exercise physiology, respiration physiology. I could go on, but this is getting a little pedantic, so I'll stop there and make my point. The physicist Ernest Rutherford once famously derided biology as being mere stamp collecting. By this, he meant that there's no such thing as a unified science of biology, just a lot of people studying little corners of biology and not talking to one another very much. The different fields of biology are laid out like insects pinned out in an insect collection. Our quick survey of the different kinds of physiology seemed to be proving him right about this, and that's a pretty sad state of affairs. How can we even study a subject if we can't define what it is? So, was Rutherford right? Is there really no such thing as a unified science of biology? Or for that matter, a unified science of physiology? Just for the record, I don't think Rutherford was right. But at the same time, I don't think biologists have been very helpful in disproving him. We haven't bothered much to define what a unified science of biology, never mind physiology, might be. Is there any common thread that unites them all? I think there is, but we won't find that common root in biology. The thickets are just too tangled there. So we have to look elsewhere. And where might that elsewhere be? Surprisingly, we find it in Rutherford's own field, thermodynamics.